She is an electronics student, has 3 years of work experience as a software engineer, IELTS 7.5, decently strong profile. Now she applied for MS in computer science at University of Stuttgart in Germany, and she thought this would be a safer kind of application, and she was hoping for an admit. But when she received the email and opened it, all it said was, unfortunately we cannot offer you an admission. No explanation, no reason, nothing. And I see this every year, mysterious rejections from German universities, and students don't know what's going on, but it's always the same hidden reason. What is that? Let me discuss on the other side of the intro. Keep watching. Hi, if you're seeing my face for the first time, I'm Nishtha from Scholar Strategy and 24 North Star. I did my education at UIUC, NYU, worked on Wall Street for a few years before returning back to India, where I've spent now more than a decade working with Indian students on study abroad and career topics. I hope you would like this video and subscribe to watch the future ones as well. Today we are talking about a mysterious problem with German universities and why they reject you for seemingly no reason. The reason is simpler if you truly understand how the German process works. By the way, I've done a full video on that previously. Do check it out if you are seriously considering or applying to Germany this year. In this video, I want to talk about first the problem with the German universities, secondly what's the fix, and third what's the bottom line for us. If you look at the problem with the German universities, here is something new I learned, and that is the German universities have two kind of intakes. One is open admissions and one is closed admissions. Open system means that those programs have no specific limit on the number of students. As long as you meet the prerequisites, they will have to accept you. This means that the program can take 30 students that year, it can take even 80 students that year. This is of course true of programs which are less competitive, mostly private universities. Public universities are mostly closed admissions. They have specific number of seats and your profile has to be competitive enough. So it's not just qualifications, but you have to be in top 30 to be admitted that year. But both of these systems have one thing in common, that is you have to meet the qualification. And this sounds simple, but in Germany, this is a big deal. So here's what nobody tells you about German universities. They are not just looking at your CGPA or work experience. They are actually looking at your undergrad degree and studying it subject by subject, topic by topic. They take your transcripts very seriously. They are going to look at what kind of courses you have taken and even what topics have you studied in there. So your bachelor's program has to really match with their master's program if you want to get an admit. Talking about this student, she had an electronics and communication engineering degree, okay? And Stuttgart's program is computer science. And here is what Stuttgart expects for their CS masters. They want to have a bachelor's in computer science, software engineering, or a closely related field. What does closely related mean? It means you have studied advanced algorithms and data structures, operating systems, computer networks, database systems, theory of computations, etc., etc., all the core courses of computer science. This student had an ECE degree. She might have done some programming. She might have taken some basic CS courses, maybe even one algorithm course. But that is not the depth or the breadth that Stuttgart is requiring. She probably was missing entire core CS subjects. So Stuttgart did not reject her because she wasn't smart enough. They did not reject her because her work experience didn't count. They rejected her because her degree was electronics, not computer science, and she did not meet the qualification criteria of the program. The problem is their rejection email does not say any of this. They will just say, unfortunately, we cannot offer you an admission. So here was the problem, the degree mismatch, the courses mismatch. Which brings me to the fix for this situation. Now, of course, the fix varies depending on the problem. In this case, it was a degree or course mismatch. It might be something else. But let's talk about this particular problem. And if you want a fix for this, you have to understand something known as module handbook hell. So German universities ask for a module handbook or course syllabus from your Indian university. Not just subject names, the actual syllabus. the topics which are covered there, how many credit hours this course was, everything. But here's the problem. Most Indian universities do not have this, or they have it but it's outdated, or it's in a format that Germany does not accept. So you email your university, they tell you we don't provide this document. You email the German university, they will say we definitely need this document, and you are stuck. So here's a simple work around this. Go to your university's website, download the curriculum document. If it's not there, email the department head directly, not the admission office, the head directly. If they still refuse, create it yourself. List every single subject, credit hours, all the topics covered, and lastly, get it signed by your HOD. As long as it's official and stamped, German universities will accept this. And to understand how serious their requirements are, here's an example. I heard that a IIT Guwahati student who had studied mechanical engineering in his bachelor's was rejected by RWTH Aachen for mechanical engineering program because they said that you are not meeting our course requirements. Now, this is the case with a tier 1 institute in India, so you can imagine how rigorously they check the coursework and how stringent they are about these requirements. So with German applications, you really need to dot the I's and cross the T's. Any single mistake or any single mismatch in what they expect in your degree program or in your profile can dislodge your whole application. So please be very careful when you are applying. So the bottom line is, German universities are not like US universities. They don't look at just your potential. They don't care about your passion. They look at your degree, subject by subject, topic by topic. And if it doesn't match, you will be rejected. So before you apply, check your degree match, or you will end up with a rejection you never saw coming and waste 75 euros for nothing. So if your degree program is not matching this particular master's requirement, please skip applying to that program. Now in US, ECE students can go and study CS, they can switch branches, study something completely different, but that is not the case in German universities. I hope this video saves you some time and of course money and many heartbreaks. But yes, if you're applying for Germany, don't forget to watch the last video I did and this particular video. I hope it helps you. Alright, if you have heard of any such cases or if you have advice for fellow applicants, please don't forget to mention in the comments below. I will see you guys next week. Until then, please join our inner circle community or email us if you want to work with me personally for next fall applications. Okay then, take care. Bye-bye.